So we were working on different, break and close guard last week and passing, right? So we did that during the week. On the weekend, we worked on defending that exact scenario, right? So we did the muscle sweep, and what was the other one we did?
Sickle.
Oh, sickle sweep, yeah. So we had two sweeps off of that, depending on how they addressed it. Either one, we opened up our guard on our terms, or we went for that muscle sweep as they tried to stand up. Today, we're going to be in close guard, but on the knees still. Come this way. I'm not going to drag his arm yet. I have my hips up. I'm just working on getting control of one arm. Okay, I can have his pants. I'm going to reach around to where his ankle's at, and I'll show that from a different angle here in a second. From right here, I got my hips up. I'm going to break this guard, but I'm going to stand on his hip here. Okay, so what I want here is to just off balance him a little bit. Okay, so he hasn't stood up yet, so I'm going to get my foot in his hip, here. And then all I want to do is not let him post his hand. So I'm going to see how he's trying to retract his arm. So he tries to retract his arm. That's what I want. I'm going to bump him this way. And then as he adjusts, I'm going to knock him over. It's like a flower sweep. Okay. So here, he tries to adjust. Okay. I'm loading up on his hip. I want to knock him over. So my foot on his hip, I'm going to lean into him and try to knock him this way a little bit. As he adjusts his base is when I want to sweep him. Okay, he can't put his hand down, so he's going to fall over. All right. So close guard, do a side bend, grab at his pants. All right. Once I get that, foot on his hip, and I kind of pinch. I want to be just behind his armpit. Okay. From here, I'm tight. I'm going to lean into him here. Right. Kick his pant like that. Okay? So I'm going to kick him in the armpit as soon as he tries to get his base square again. Does that make sense? Any questions? Stand on the hip. Okay? So here, side bend, foot on his hip, pinch it just behind his shoulder, like in his armpit. Okay? Here, I'm just going to knock him this way, pick him up. Okay. Get to the armpit, pick up the pant leg. Make sense?
Are you just pulling that sleeve grip in?
I want to pull it towards me,
yeah.
And I want to put that muscle on the inside of my quad right behind his shoulder, so he just can't pull his arm back. So I'm pulling on it, he's retracting it, then I'm going to use that foot that's in his hip, I'm going to knock him to the side a little bit. So I'm going to kind of lean into him. When he squares up is when I want to kick. Make sense? Side bend, foot on the hip, lean, right? Pick his pant leg up. Come on. Does that make sense?
So when he leans back, that's when you
yeah, he may not lean all the way, but what I want to do is make him here, so lean him, right? Pick him up, okay? Time it when he's adjusting his base. Good? All right, give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. So, real quick before we do the second one, I'm going to talk about something that several people had issue with. I'm going to do this super slow. So, I trap his arm, I have his pants. Foot goes to the hip, and I cover it, okay? Now, I'm just going to adjust his base a little bit, right? As he squares up, I'm going to move my head towards his knee. Okay, so he comes up, I kick. See, my leg was straight and come up. Does that make sense? Change your angle with your upper body, your torso, just a little bit towards their knees. That way your leg is chopping at that armpit. And there's a lot of people like grabbing around the waist and like just squeezing them over. It's not going to work if they're a lot bigger than you. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, on to the next one. So we're going back to dragging that arm, right? Grab my cross grip. So thumb in to get it, 4 fingers. I like to go with C grip, or you could go to this under the wrist grip here, and like almost like I'm grabbing like a Kimura grip or whatever. Right here, break, pass. Okay, very good. C grip, break, pass. What are you doing with that hand?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Which hand?
Just be somewhat natural.
Oh.
All right. Break. Here to the side. See, that's not very natural. You're wrapped up. Okay. I'm hugging his armpit. His arm is pulled across. All right. Now, if I want to sweep similar, it's going to be a pendulum sweep. I'm going to take my right hand underneath his legs. Okay. I'm not grabbing his thigh. Put my hand under, and as I put my hand under, I'm going to unlock my leg. Okay. So I open. Here. My leg is clamping on his ribs, high by his armpit. So this leg's open now. I'm going to swing to get it, see how his head's rotating over my body? That means he's light. Notice I'm not grabbing his thigh so you can kick his leg out. Kick your leg. Okay? Just making a fist. So I'm going to swing to rotate him, and then I'm going to drop my leg out of the way. Here. Now I'm on top. Gonna work up under his elbow. So break, shift, grab armpit, middle finger. Here, lock my legs, right hand. As I dive under, I'm not grabbing his thigh. I'm gonna open my legs. Here. Now, big kick. Take it, just take my left leg right out of the way. Come up under. Okay? You can finish him out. Finish an S mount. Okay. Let's go this way. Break. Shift. Lock my legs. Get to his armpit. My chest is on his outside of his shoulder. Right arm. If I just hold his thigh, he's just gonna kick his leg out of it. Okay? Go under here. As soon as this dives under, I unlock my legs. Right. Now, kick it out of the way. Okay? You should be able to do this with somebody much bigger. It doesn't matter. Just so they can see. Right, so break, pull, shift, get the armpit, get to his leg. I'm gonna get as deep as I can. Then I'm gonna kick over. Okay? It was at least 150 pounds difference. Any questions? Yes, no? Good? All right, finish out on that. 1, 2, 3.